Bird, what doing? What's going on here, Bird? You've been fighting. It looks like you've been fighting today. Oh, Bird, what's going on? Sophie? Oh. Bird. Afternoon, everybody. It's us. Bird, what do you reckon? What you been doing? Afternoon? Oh, Bird. Oh, look, have you had a bath today? Because your belly's awfully, yeah. So, hey, there's some weather today. Some weather is occurring here at Squirkington Manor. It's a little bit frisky. I apologise in advance for any wind noise. I'll see your clocks go back this weekend. Cool. What are you doing, Bird? What do you think? Right, okay, now look. Stand here for a minute while we sort the cameras out. Right, okay. Right, what's going on? Okay, there, and there. You coming here? Ahoy, ahoy, ahoy. Oh yeah, I know. Was warm, now it's windy. Yeah, I can dig that. Extra sleep. I know, the extra sleep was quite nice last weekend, actually. I felt slightly out of sync the whole weekend. But, yeah, I'll take an extra hour in bed, 100%. Now, what's going on? Yeah, that's bathing. That's fine. That's why you're all ruffled up. There's a wood pigeon feather on the floor in here, which may mean there has been some scumbling. But I can't see any other feathers, so I think it was probably innocent. I think it's innocent enough. Oh, so I can kiss you now. Now kisses allowed. Now you're all calm. I've just clocked one of the bird bath. There's a floor bird bath over there by Big Pond that obviously wood pigeons have been in, because it looks like a vanilla milkshake. It's unbelievable, the amount of dander that comes off their feathers. Legit looks like a bowl of milk. Just, oh no. What do you think, Bird? Is that what's been going on with the wood pigeons? No. I don't think she realises it's Saturday, because I had the door shut. I had the back door shut because it's cold and windy. So I don't think she realises that there was popcorn in the pocket. Do you? Blissfully unaware that today is Saturday. Would you care for some popcorn? Or should we spend a few minutes basking in the knowledge that she doesn't know yet, and as such won't any love I get is genuine? What's these? Vegetable pigeons. Yeah, it's a bit like that. It is a bit like that sometimes. There are a lot of wood pigeons around. Yeah. Just pecking us out of house and home, food-wise. Oh, that wind's a bit much, old girl. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so we've got this here, which is very much a wood pigeon feather. Get it in the light. There we go. Yeah, that's wood pigeon, okay. There's biffing. There's bedroom biffing. Hang on, let me just post this out through the mesh. Right, there we go. Right. Yeah, I figured this was going to be a thing. So I've got the ring light, because it's very much a retreat into your bedroom sort of day. So let me just do this. Clip it on, switch it on, and then we can go in and see Sophie. Hey, bird. Fancy meeting you here. I know, it's crap, innit? Bird. Yes, now you haven't heard the popcorn machine running today, so you suspect nothing. Oh, bird. So that'd be a nice surprise for you, wouldn't it? It'd be a nice surprise when the popcorn comes out. You don't even know the human word, do you? You don't know popcorn. You don't know the sound it makes. I'm sorry, I'm sniffing, okay? It's a sniffy day. That's me told. What are we doing? What do you think, bird? I know I always say that I don't count Sophie's Twitter followers, but we hit 44,000 overnight. We're now at like 44,006 or something. 44,000 people. Oh, no. Bird, that's weird, isn't it? Isn't it strange? What do you think? Could I explain it to you? Is that a thing you could perceive? Of course it isn't a thing I could perceive, you idiot. I'm a magpie. What are you talking about? I don't know what Twitter is. I just dictate the tweets to you. What are we doing? Do you want to, are we sitting in here all the time now? Is this a thing now? Is this an autumn thing? Or is it just a today thing? Ace. Well, hi to your mum. My mum's still sad because she can't sign up to Twitch. She hasn't got a Twitch account, so she's really missing Breecasts. She's missing her lunchtime. Should we go outside? Did you want to sit outside, or are you comfy here? You look quite comfy. Tell you what, come outside. I'll see if I can bribe you. It's a bit like that, yeah. It is. Oh. See, I shift with such grace. I move with such grace. Yep. Hang on. Let me just put that there. What are we doing, bird? Now look. Yeah. How many mums? Right. Switch this off. Dog. Oh, I know. Are we going to sit out here for a bit? How long are we going to sit out here in the windfall? I'll make it worth your while. If I sit here. There we go, look. That's how it happens. Bird, what do you think? No wash and blow dry? Yeah? Oh, yeah, I know. Look at this. Well, I think the problem with the inside is it's quite nice to be inside, but the acoustics are really weird. I don't know how the acoustics are for you guys, but the acoustics for me are really weird because it's sort of like, it's got like a really, really quick echo that just, it doesn't trip me out or anything, but it's certainly weird to hear. No. Yeah, like a really tight echo. Almost as if it's a wooden rectangle surrounded on all sides by hard surfaces. What do you think, bird? I hope this email finds you well. Bird. Yeah, Bob is going to be an increasingly... Oh, Frank. Oh, look at that. Brightest. Thank you. Thank you for gifting to Frank, man. That's really kind of you. Ace. If I miss any of these, please someone shout out, because the chat thing that I've got is super basic and it doesn't always show up if somebody does things like that. So if I miss thanking somebody, please do say. Because yeah, it is very much Borb season. It is. Borb season is in full effect. Because what's today? The 6th of November. 6th of November today. And yeah. Bless. Ace. What do you think, bird? So we had quite a lot of fireworks last night. Last night was the 5th of November. Yeah. And we assume we're going to have more tonight. Sophie and the crows are completely fine. Cams was a bit spooky. Cams is this year's spooker. Just a little bit like, you know, she wanders into the front room with like quite big cat eyes on, going, "Yo, is everything okay? There's weird stuff going on outside. What, you know, that kind of thing," with that sort of look of concern on her face. But she's fine now. She's completely chill now. Fat Squirrel Autumn. Yep. Because Weird Duck Winter. I'm here for Weird Duck Winter. Yeah, she's the sort of thing that yeah, it is like there's tons of explosions going on outside. I don't know whether you heard it, but there's quite a lot of stuff exploding out here, and it's not chill. It is not chill. Yeah, that sort of thing where she comes in, looks to you, and you just go, "Oh, all right, Cams." She's like, "Oh, that human is being normal, so I can, no, it's reasonable for me to be normal too." The hand is going in the pocket, bird. The hand is going in the pocket. The bird does not yet suspect. Hey, bird. You're throwing it around, mate. Bird. You're not supposed to lob it around. What is this, Rock Horror Picture Show? You're not supposed to throw it around, mate. Come on. Oh, that is not cool, yeah. Thursday at midnight. No, that is not okay behaviour. I must admit, I'm increasingly on team do not sell fireworks to the public. The older I get, the more the more in favour of that I am. Twitch one here when I see Ace. That's exactly the sort of response you need. Good. You back on Crouch Cam? Yeah, like I'm completely chill with going to an out of town firework display, as long as it's not like in the middle of the countryside where there's tons of wildlife to scare. You know what I mean? Like here there's a park in the centre of town here where they do firework displays. And yeah, they do them to music, and they're nice. You know, you can go and have like a little, not picnic because it's quite cold, but there's always sort of like hot wine, hot dogs sort of stalls there that you can enjoy if you want to. And if you want to, you can go and see them. You can go and see the fireworks in the park. And the last couple of years, they've been explodey fireworks rather than just pretty fireworks. That's 6 sparklers. I like a sparkler. Fireworks forbidden here, except on New Year's Eve. Yikes! Excellent. I mean, that's great. That is. I think here in the UK, you would have a very rough ride politically if you tried to ban fireworks. I think you'd have a very rough time. I think maybe they could easily be regulated. I mean, they are to a certain extent, in that you can't buy massive ones, and you can't buy like the ones they use for demonstrations for exhibitions and stuff are different to the ones you just buy in shops. But the whole country seems to sort of like lose its mind this time of year, where you can go round to the corner shop, you can go to the Spar shop around the corner and buy explosives, and everyone seems to think that is completely normal, and that's just like completely chill behaviour, and that's a thing that you should do. Yeah, it's when you actually stop to think about it and you pick it apart, it's craziness, it's insanity. Yeah, excellent. That's really good. Yeah, have it in a place, completely fine. But there used to be a thing that was, I don't know whether it still happens, but there used to be a fireworks, like an international firework display competition. I remember seeing in the paper, because one year it was in a stately home ground within like an hour's drive from us, sort of thing. And yeah, it's just like this world fireworks competition, like who can have the best fireworks. That seemed okay, but 12-mile 5-hour parade whilst drumming, oof, that is a lot of work. I mean, both of those things, like the 12-mile walk and the 5 hours of drumming, both of those things are a lot of work. But yeah, professionals should be the only ones allowed to do fancy explosives. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Oh, poor wee chicken. What do we think, bird? But Sophie and the crows are completely chill, because they know they can just go into their bedroom and just, my friend's dad makes fireworks. It's complicated. I imagine making fireworks is fraught. You know what I mean? I imagine making them is terrifying, really. I mean, I imagine it's the sort of thing that you're only going to get wrong once. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Slips mean kabooms. That's not good. I don't have many things in my life that slip means kaboom. I did have a few things in my life that slip meant kaboom, but talking about drumming, are you aware of Dank Pods? The guy on YouTube who does reviews of crappy MP3 players. He's a professional drummer, and he is yeah, that's what it was, kaboom. He's a professional drummer, and he does live streams where he just drums along to music and stuff. He's really good. He is really very good. And he's Garbstream, I think it's called, on Twitch. He's really good, and he's a right laugh as well. Cashy's snare on the door. That Cashy snare was terrible. He bought this tiny little bell snare from his local cash converters, and it was trash. It was like, he's a chemist. Ooh, okay, cool. Yeah, he bought this little bell snare, and it didn't ring at all. It just went tink. It was awful. But yeah, it's worth looking out for on Twitch. He just plays along to sort of like video game music and meme songs and that kind of thing. Morning. Good. Ah, yeah, she knows now, you see. She's had popcorn, so she demands popcorn. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, hang on, I've been pooed on. When did that happen? There's been a direct hit and I didn't notice. New job I really wanted. Hey, fantastic. What's going on? Oh, that was mean. You just glonked it back. You didn't taste that. You just went plurk, plurk. Hey, fantastic. Yeah, it's really good news. been pooed on. A direct hit has occurred, and I didn't notice. Let me take you to the direct hit live in progress. On the knee. I used to be an adventurer, but then I took some bird poo to the knee. Look at that. Cheers, bird. Thanks, mate. Hang on. What? I was being walked around the side of then. So I'm taking over the new people's side. Oh, that's rubbish when that happens. When you're under new management and that management's rubbish. Yeah, I was getting slowly walked around of then. She was definitely sneaking. Oh, yeah, bird, same. Squirrel. Good to see a squirrel. Yeah, I've got the big coat on. I've got quite a thick jumper and a long sleeve t-shirt on, and yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely this sort of vibe happening today. Distraction tactic. Not impossible. Not impossible. Hang on. We've got magpie business. Hey, booster day. Wicked. We haven't had our boosters come through yet. My parents have had their boosters. My parents had their boosters last week. We haven't had ours come through yet, but yeah, definitely. Get your booster on. Nice. But so what? We just sort of like. Are we? Also, I noticed you've dug a small hole in the gravel for some reason. You've like cleared a little space on the gravel. Are we doing a thing? Care to explain your working there? 'Cause oh, thank you. To respect my artistic process, Mayor. "5 months after your last dose, you can book yourself in for the online." Oh, right, okay. I will see. I had my last one in late June, I think mine was. Except downtown. That's weird. I must admit, the female and I just paid for our flu jabs rather than inconvenience the NHS anymore. We just paid the £20, and well, that's the thing. We didn't pay the £20 each because the female gets hers for free because she's asthmatic and therefore on the high risk list, and I get mine for free because I live with her. Yay! So free jabs. Pretty great. So yeah, the thing, even though we went like quote unquote private, like we went to a local pharmacy for it. Yeah, you just fill out an NHS form and you don't have to pay. Yeah, the egg-free is quite cool, isn't it? The pharmacist went to great lengths to show me what jab it was, what brand it was, where it had come from, what batch number it was, and that kind of thing. I think we spoke about this before, isn't it? And like our thinking was that they've had like a bit of vaccine hesitancy, and there's to order you a special one. Ace. Where was the human servant? Well, the human servant keeps offering warm hands, but gets knocked back. But I've got something she needs. I've got something she wants. Haven't I? Yes, you see. This is Magpie Spice right here. There you go. No, warm hands is not required. We don't need warm hands. Yeah, see, this coat pocket's got a flap on it, you see, so it's not magpie proof, but it's magpie resistant. Oh, hang on. Now we're getting... Oh, I haven't been to Spain. I would quite like to go to Spain. Spain looks nice. Spain looks nice. You know, I like places that are warm but not hot. You know, that kind of thing. Nice bit of weather. Should I just put this back in my pocket? Because otherwise it's going to get biffed, isn't it? Right, okay. Right. Are we going to stay on crouch cam? If I flip the lens over, are we going to stay on crouch cam? If I do all of this? Better words, Sophie. Eee! What do you think, bird? Spain? I reckon. Over winter in Spain? Pretty nice, pretty nice. Yeah, she is eating more. She will eat more this time of year because she knows that she needs to get a calorie count up. The colder it gets, the more calories she needs to take in. And here I am, yeah, here it is. I apologise in advance. I've also got to be really careful not to put my hand in the magpie poo, which I've nearly just done. My dad spent 3 years in Portugal and then voted for Brexit. I had an aunt that did that. My aunt had a holiday apartment in Spain, and they voted Brexit. And you just think like, you know, and they had to sell their apartment. It's the lepers eating my face party, isn't it? So yeah, the more calories, like the colder it gets, the more calories we put out for Sophie. Like what we'll do is we'll cut down slightly on the amount of mealworms and sunflower seeds. We'll slightly increase the amount of suet pellets and that kind of thing. What do you think? Would you pick up a dialect? I was really disappointed when I went to Budapest. I didn't see a single magpie the entire time. I was looking for magpies because I wanted to hear what noise they made. Didn't see a single magpie. I saw plenty of hooded crows because they're in the hooded crow region rather than the crow region. Breathes in Spanish. And because I had never seen a hooded crow before. I had never seen a hooded crow in the flesh. No, I've seen pictures of them, but I've never actually seen one in the flesh. But yeah, I didn't see a single magpie the entire time. Ooh. That sounds nice. I'd be down with Spain. Yeah. In fairness, I mean, I don't think I've been to any country that you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've been to any country that I can think of something like really down to say. You know what I mean? I don't think I've been to any place that I've come home and gone, what was that about? Why did I go there? Sort of thing. Like, you know, you go to Hungary and it's like you're aware that it has a few problems, but then any country has a few problems. You know, any country has a few, like, I went to Czech Republic and it's beautiful. The Czech Republic is amazing. Has sketchy moments, you know, but then any country, like, you know, you come to the UK, you visit the UK and you're like, oh, that was nice. That was a bit weird though. That was some weird behaviour. Meh. Like the look of confusion when I try to describe to Czech people that, you know, I don't eat meat. I'm a vegetarian. You know, there's like, because it just doesn't figure into the national psyche that you would not eat meat. You know, and it's just, yeah, totally. Some of the politically sucking doesn't mean the country isn't. Yeah, 100%. You can go to a place that you might not agree with on a political thing or a particular viewpoint. You know, you can go like, they are not cool to like LGBT people and that kind of thing. And I would probably not go to Hungary until they sort out what they're, until the hate dies down a bit, because it's not a cool place to be gay at the moment. But yeah, you can't judge a country by the people in charge. You can and shouldn't do that, because like everywhere I went, people were lovely. People were just stone cold lovely to you, and it's just Bird, you got married by business. There's something about this. And get some vegan options. Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's an advert on TV at the moment for like Visit Hungary, like the Hungarian tourist board, and it shows a gay couple in the advert, and it's a bit, it's a bit dicey. Kept making your best sense of Belgian food. Bless. I love it when people just like. Spaghetti sausage. It must be veggie goulash. Yeah. Yeah, because it is weird. Just like no meat. It can't have no meat sauce, no gravy, because that will have meat juices in it. It is a weird thing to try to describe to people who have no frame of reference for it, who have like a national no frame of reference for it. We went to this little restaurant in Budapest that was in Prague, that was like goulash. It was just like, here you go, here's goulash. It's just like loads of different types. The menu is entirely goulash. It's like, oh no, this is going to be a very awkward evening for one of the party. Got the grip. Do not confuse goulash with gulag. Yeah, those two things are very different. One of them is a lot nicer than the other one. How many times have I put my elbow in that? No, I don't know. I still await a try on poutine. My body is ready for poutine. I think. I feel like it's the sort of thing that my body's going to be very compatible with. Every time I've read about it or heard about poutine, you're just like, you know what? Poutine sounds nice. I'm down with the concept. I want poutine right now. The female cut up one of the Halloween pumpkins. So we've got pumpkin soup and pumpkin seeds to roast. Okay, what's going on? The blackbirds are off too, so something's rumbling. Well, she does have a selection of toys. Yeah, she has a selection of toys that vary from the shiny to the, just the weird and yeah, so we rotate toys in and out, which reminds me, actually, it's about time for a new Biff station. It's about time I put out a Biff station, because it hasn't had a Biff station for a while now. Now look, are we going to settle? Are we capable of settling? So yeah, we're going to try to make roast pumpkin seeds, and the female reckons. Yeah, you know that. And yeah, so the recipe technique the female found said to like boil the the pumpkin seeds very quickly, dry them and roast them. The rupees do business, not a huge amount of business, but they move from day to day, so they are being used, they are being enjoyed. simmering pumpkin seeds is a help. Oh, there we go. Thanks. Cool. Oh, is the pattern matching thing in chat thinking you've done a link when you haven't? Yeah, it does that. I forgot they existed. Yeah, so with magpies, the ratio between the white of their chest and shoulders and the black of their bib changes from year to year, and it's you can see a difference in regions. Like some magpies have more black, less white, and that kind of thing. And they also visibly, they're, other than the tail, which is, you know, huge. That's it. Not you. Sorry, did I? You getting? Don't show them my butt, male. Sometimes you can see, like, if you look at a particularly pale hooded crow, you can like quickly go, magpie. That's okay. Yeah, plumes would be, plumes, feathers. What are you scared? She's still got that one tail feather. You know, that little nubbiny tail feather. It never really grew in to match. Feathers. Plume is feathers. There we are. Cool. Thank you. But, up here. Warm hands. There's bird. Oh yeah, is that Fable the Raven? Because that's always a good follow on YouTube as well. Fable's lovely. Bird, what has? There's magpie business. There is magpie business. Ah, it's bum related magpie business. So let's not go to her straight away. Let's let her finish that particular bit of magpie business. So boop, boop. It's so weird the way I was booping at Sophie without realising that it was because I had seen Fable. There's no more popcorn there. Chill out. Honkington Hall is doing really well. It's a crying shame that I can't zoom in. Normally in the old days, we would do these streams over Twitter Live, like Twitter's video. Oh, that popcorn's dry. I ate a little bit of popcorn and it is super dry. Showing him with a very sweary parrot. Oh no. we used to do them on Periscope, which later on became Twitter Live. Oh, it's husky too. Oh. Note to self: do not eat popcorn live. I found that quite distracting. And yeah, you could zoom. You could do the iPhone zoom thing and zoom your camera in. So we used to go to the aviary that's next door to us and see the rook and the crow that we also look after, which I will take you to now, but you'll have to take my word for it because there's no zoom on the Twitch app. Like that. So over here in another aviary, we look after a rook and a crow, and you can just see the crow there, Con. I can't see Rory anywhere. Should we go in the airlock? See. Sophie's looking indignant. So yeah, over there we've got. Oh yeah, there's Con. Con's the far side on the thing. Could you get a manual zoom? I don't know. I don't know whether iPhones let you do it. I don't know whether iPhone would. It's really frustrating that I can't zoom. I used to just be able to pinch to zoom, but you can't do it anymore. Parrot had a potty mouth. Oh no. I think if you've got a bird that can talk, it should be the law that you teach the bird to say the phrase, "Help, a wizard has turned me into a bird." And then just leave, then whatever happens, isn't it? Right. Are we going to remain? Yeah? Oh, okay, little groom. Yeah, why not? Okay, I'm never eating popcorn again, even a tiny bit of popcorn. Ugh, how do you manage that? Super dry. Yeah, it's not a very warm day, but also she had a bath about a half hour before we came online, which increases the amount she flaps around because she's trying to dry herself, and also it increases just her. It really helps her mood. It really cheers her up to have a bath. So when she does have a bath, she's a bit spicy. Aren't we? How much more popcorn do you need? I'm trying to find a big bit that I can hold. Here we go. So, portion sizes, not a thing then. Yeah? You're not taking sensible bites at any point in the proceedings. That was a massive piece of popcorn that disappeared in 2 mouthfuls. Oh no! That was part of a plot of the Wizards of Waverley Place. I haven't heard that, but she's always a bit peckish for popcorn. I think she would genuinely eat. She would eat popcorn until, she couldn't eat popcorn. Wouldn't you? Trust me, it's a very easy way of making it not your favourite anymore. Yeah. Oh, tell me about it. Man alive, is it easy to... I was a bit like that midweek. I think it was like Thursday this week. I was just eating the entire time. I was just eating junk the entire day. A Disney kids show from about a decade. Oh, okay, cool. I just every time I went downstairs, I made another cup of tea. I think I drank 6 cups of tea in the space of 4 hours or something. And it was just oh, those some biscuits. Oh, slice of cake. Oh, handful of that. Oh, bag of those. I was just eating the entire time. I was disgusting. I was a terrible human being. I didn't even feel particularly hungry. I was just eating. Really, really poor impulse control, which is a motif for me. Yeah, you can take our freedom, but you will never take our tea. And yeah, since I had to give up coffee, my tea intake has gone up, but I've always preferred tea to coffee. I've never really been a big coffee guy. Even when I drank coffee, I used to quite like a flat white. I used to quite enjoy a flat white, but I never really drank a huge amount of coffee. I would go out and drink coffee. If we were in town, we'd stop off at Starbucks or something and have a cup of coffee flavoured drink. But Russians, do they? Oh, the Russians drink tea. Excellent. Good on them. They're doing it right. They are making correct life choices. Living off Halloween candy. Well, that's the trick, isn't it? To buy more candy than you're going to give out. Okay then. Caravan tea. Oh. is buy candy that you like and accidentally buy too much of it. That's yeah. Just like, oh no, what a personal disaster. I've got tons of fun-size Trixes remaining. Oh no. What a personal disaster. But you don't want to be lumbered with a bunch of like candy that you wouldn't eat. Just like, oh no. Oh, what am I going to do with all this sort of thing, you know? But if it's just like a big mixing bowl full of fun-sized chocolate bars and stuff, everything turned out better than expected, considering it's a survival technique. I don't even hand out candy. Yes. Fortunately, the kids. Oh, bit of sun glare there. We briefly went into the. We briefly went into the Kelvin timeline there. Grab clearance candy. I was joking to the female about this just before Halloween, but I do feel it that Halloween seems to be the holiday, if you like the celebration with the biggest carbon footprint. You know what I mean? Like, it seems to generate a lot more tat than Easter and Christmas and all the other sort of celebrations that people have. Halloween seems to generate a lot, in my mind, generates a lot more plastic waste than the rest of them. I mean, I'm fully on team let people enjoy things. You know what I mean? I'm very much on let people have a good time. But it seems to my eye, Christmas gift sets. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. It just like seems like Halloween seems to be the one that is. Yeah. Yeah. See, I didn't know about. I'm going to mispronounce it again, aren't I? Samhain. I didn't know that until a chum on here switched me onto it. I had never heard of it. What's wrapping paper is not recyclable? Is that a thing? Oh, what? Because it's got like Samhain. What? A hard W on the end of Samhain. Thank you. A Halloween Samhain. Sow like a pig. Samhain, thank you. It's one of those words, isn't it, that like doesn't apply to, like, the first time you see Siobhan written down, you're like, you know. Yeah. There's a few names like that you just sort of like, your mind looks at and goes, okay, I've got a pretty good idea how to pronounce that word. Let's go for it, gang. And then you say it and everyone goes, wait, what? What did you just say out loud? Same Celtic root language. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. See, that's, yeah. Yeah, we have a SIBH, have a Siobhan. Yeah. Yeah, because you look at that and you go, Naima. Like, looking at it now, my brain's crashed and I don't know how to pronounce that. Have a go pronouncing Lunas de DGH. What noise does that make? Lunasdug? Neve. Yeah, thank you. Lunas. It's the sort of thing you start with the best of the you know, the best intentions. You're going to go, yes, I'm multicultural and I can say these words, and you get like 2/3 of the way through the word and your brain goes, mate, you're on your own from here on in. I tried to help. I got you started with the lunar bit. You're on your own now, pal. Lunasa. Lunasa. Worcestershire. Worcestershire's easy to say. What are you talking about? Worcestershire. 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 Worcestershire's dead easy to say. There's no doubt there. Neve. Americanised Neve Campbell, right. It is weird hearing people stumble over things like Worcestershire. Because, yeah, it's a weird series of shapes in there. Pronunciation code. Ace, I like it. Good. Come over here with us. Warwick. Yeah, nothing. Going to England and asking for directions to Worcestershire. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people get really hung up on the Shire bit. Oh, good afternoon. Thank you for coming. I think a lot of people do get hung up on trying to pronounce Shire as like a separate bit of the word, rather than just like sure, rather than just like ing off into sure. It is weird. It is weird. Chumley. Chillamundamundally. Yep. Okay, have I got to tempt you back up here? I do have to. Loughborough. Aberdeenshire. Aberdeenshire. Anything that ends in shire is. I think Map Men did a cool program about this. Map Men did a interesting thing about the suffixes on English counties and town names. That they all mean different things. They all, you can see which ones were Vikings and which ones were, that kind of thing. And ooh, Leggy Boy is here. Hang on. Leggy Boy, squirrels are your friend. Be nice now. Map Men is pretty great. Map Men is pretty great. I was unprepared for how good they are. Old Leggy Boy spooky though. He's a spooky cat. He like wanders through the garden like a ghost. Yorkshire. Aberdeenshire. How to say Toronto? Yeah. Do you ever see? There's a Canadian guy on YouTube that does cooking shows, like cooking recipes, and he's from Toronto. Clerk is Clark. Yep. Sussex. What has been? Nobody who lives here says Toronto. What? Of any type? Yes, sorry. Worcestershire shots. Ooh. What do you think, bird? Yeah, that's a welly. Yeah, there are a bunch of places like that. There are a bunch of towns and places in the UK that are considerably rude when you say them out loud. It's actually held up as there's a paper in the IT world, and it's entitled the that's it. It's the Scunthorpe problem, and it's from the From Upper Dicker. um, this is verging into TOS territory now, isn't it? Yeah, there's a... It's not so much what they name, it's just like there was a great deal of problems bringing a bunch of computing services to places that have a rude word in their string. That's not. That's not. Yep. Because there is a place in England called Peniston. You know, there's a town in England called Peniston. Yeah, resist typing example. It's a bit like that. It's like, stop you there. And yeah, and there is quite a lot of places. Coburn, yeah, Coburn. Because you want to say Cockburn, but it's Coburn. Peniston, yeah. Yeah, and it was a problem for people who were writing web services and things, because a lot of them have a dictionary of words that you can't have, like in your username, or you can't have in your, you know, that kind of thing. And the Scunthorpe problem is a known problem with web services and stuff. Coburn, yeah, Coburn, right? Just Coburn. You can always tell there's a part of town here that's got a very posh name, and you can one of the, it's not a borough, one part of town has an incredibly posh, slightly French sounding name, and you can always tell people who aren't from around here because they hard pronounce it, they hard French it, rather than hard French. It sounds dicey, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. They over pronounce it and pronounce it the way your eye reads it as a French word, in spite of the fact it's not. It's an English word, and but it ends in like an IER sort of sound, and people look at it and go, "Well, that's French." And you can tell when you get stopped for directions by somebody who's not English, because they hard French the word, and it's just like, yeah, you totally aren't from around here, are you? you just want to go to the part of town with all the posh shops in it, because that's what it is. Bird. Look, one more piece of popcorn. Come on. I'm trying to find a big bit of popcorn in my pocket. Yeah, that's just no. Thank you. Yeah, I bet there are quite a few New Orleans, but yeah, definitely. Maybe you'll attempt to pronounce it. Okay. Scottish names, yeah, there's quite a few Scottish names that are. I think the problem is as well is you can sort of like overthink the pronunciation of them as well. You can sort of like it's easy to get hung up in that sort of like slightly unsure feeling you get when you don't know how to pronounce something, and you're like, oh no, whenever I've been in that sort of situation, I've always apologised in advance. I always do like a very British, look, this is gonna sound terrible to you, but that sort of thing. Yeah, you would. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, you would. If you didn't know, you would assume that if something ended in "rue," then I would go, well, this is obviously like a French part of town. I'm going to French it up by like 10-20% just to make sure. But then people are pointing and laughing at you like we do here. What do you reckon, bird? Now, the question is, are you enough popcorn now? a Glaswegian accent. I hear Glaswegian accents quite a lot because during the day, I stream Limmy. You know, while I'm working, I'll stream Limmy on Twitch. And sometimes a guy called 1030JH. And if you don't follow 1030, he's lovely. He's really great. Bit sweary, but he's really good. I love the way she tightens like that. Yeah, just like, oh, when the wind hits, it's just like, oh God, oh, what's happening? And yeah, so I hear quite a few Glaswegian accents during the day. How's that? What's that? Decatur? 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 Oh, hey, Biggles. We haven't heard a lot of Biggles today. Lafayette. Yeah. Lafayette. That's how I would pronounce that. Decatur. Yeah, I would go Decatur. Decatur. It's the sort of thing I would, the first time I say it, I would sort of go up at the end, like it was a question. Yeah, just to sort of reinforce the feeling that I'm not 100% sure of what I'm doing. Right then, bird, what do you think? Are you okay? Okay, gang, come on. Let's make you some... I mean, are you going to want any supper now? I mean, is supper still a thing now? You're stashing it, so... Yeah, now you're going to want a drink, yeah. Right, in the pocket with the lolly stick. Right, gang, well, look, I've got to go and make some supper, even though I don't think Sophie's going to want to eat much of it. Legs. Oh, she's still eating mealworms and stuff, so, you know. Yeah, you can judge me, yeah, just... I'm going to pronounce it the way I think, and that's... You need to get down with it. Right, oh, God, oh, the wind. Oh, the wind, children. Okay, gang, well, look, thanks for your company today. It's always great to talk to you and see you. Oh, blimey. If you've just stumbled across us on Twitch and you'd like to follow Sophie on Twitter, her Twitter handle is @BreeSophieBree. And there's also a Discord and a WordPress wiki you can get involved in. Both of those are linked from her Twitter profile. Or if you prefer, you can just Google Sophie the Magpie. Okay, yeah, oh, great, thanks, bird. Right, cheers everybody, stay safe, and we'll see you on Monday for Microbrew. Cheers, gang. Bye for now.